I'm Sasha Schoenfeld, head of the immigration team at Fox Williams. Much of my work is with startups and scale-ups in the tech sector, with access to international talent often cited as a key issue for fintechs. So I'm going to talk through the different routes available to startups who may be to some extent reliant on the international talent pool to help them reach the talent they need. And I'm going to explain the rules that have recently been adapted or introduced to help organisations in this sector. I'll also highlight a few things that in our team's experience, early stage fintechs need to think about from the outset in relation to their access and reliance on that international talent pool. Following Brexit, the skilled worker route has become the most commonly used immigration route. This is a popular choice for tech companies as it's a relatively straightforward way to source a range of skilled staff across different disciplines. Skilled workers can bring dependent family members with them and settle in the UK after 5 years. There are no caps on numbers, but there are skills and salary thresholds, and vacancies do need to be genuine, among other requirements. Remember though that in order to access this route, the sponsoring business needs first to have applied for and obtained a sponsorship licence, a process that can take weeks or even months, so it's important to start considering early. The Global Talent Visa is a route which offers a path to citizenship without the need for a job offer. It's available to those with recognised expertise in certain sectors, including digital technology. It's the most flexible route in terms of employment, as it allows successful applicants to be employed, self-employed or both. However, there is a high threshold to qualify. Applicants need to satisfy the UK government's appointed endorser, Tech Nation, that they're an internationally recognised, leading talent in the digital technology sector. Bear in mind that an endorsement alone can take several weeks to achieve, so it's very much worth starting the process as far in advance as possible. Another option for tech founders is the new Innovator Founder category, which replaces the innovator and startup routes, removing the former route's more onerous requirement for a minimum £50,000 investment before an application can be approved. Successful applicants do have to be endorsed by a government-appointed endorsing body, and this can take some considerable time. Endorsement criteria for innovator founders include providing a business plan, showing the business to be innovative, viable and scalable. While in most cases firms will need an established operating business in the UK to sponsor staff to come to work here, under this UK immigration route, an overseas business can send a small team to establish a branch or subsidiary in the UK. Companies established and trading overseas for 3 years or more can now send up to 5 employees to set up UK operations. The Home Office will require particular documents regarding the business's UK footprint, overseas trading and business plans to expand into the UK. Tech professionals could also use the scale-up route, which requires sponsorship by an eligible scale-up company. The main advantages of this route are a lighter touch sponsor licence process, no immigration skills charge, and most controversially, after being sponsored for 6 months, the tech professional can then choose to work for different employers in the UK. Those are some of the possible routes available, but shortage of talent and skills is only one of the potential challenges tech companies may face when hiring talent in the UK. Other challenges and obstacles include companies looking to hire foreign talent do face quite significant internal costs when hiring migrant talent. Visa application fees, to include an immigration health surcharge of £1,035 per applicant, and the imminent increase in minimum salaries for skilled workers, those on a work permit, from £25,600 to £38,700 per annum. These are costs employers need to bear in mind. There are significant perils potentially faced by tech startups who need to move fast. Moving too quickly and hiring individuals to work in the UK without the appropriate immigration permission can result in fines and even criminal penalties. Those coming to the UK as business visitors cannot travel to the UK and start work and then apply for their visa. Doing so puts the applicant and their employer potentially at risk of fines or even criminal penalties, and would certainly impair a tech company's ability to gain permission for employees to work in the UK in the future. With timing often crucial when filling a tech role, the requirement to apply from outside of the UK and the inability to switch from being a visitor to holding a work visa from within the UK may further delay a candidate starting work. In summary, things to bear in mind for fintech startups include sponsorship licenses. It's likely that you'll need one, and if so, consider timing. The time it takes to get a license issued before you can even start to apply for a particular visa for a prospective employee. Cost. These can be substantial, so it's important to understand what will be required from the outset. It can take time to get approvals, so it's advisable to know what's required and to get started as soon as possible.